Thank you for reaching out. I'm so-and-so, and I'll be assisting you today. That's nice. Everybody, it's 6:27 a.m. It's Mother's Day morning, and who knows what's going to happen today. Will we be shopping for all kinds of flowers today and candy, or will we just be getting a lot of fast food? I don't know. We'll have to see what people pay us.
In a quarter-mile, turn right. Turn left. Turn.
All right, well, I got the order, no problem. I walked in there and there was nobody in line or at the counter. And there was just one guy working in there, and he immediately asked me for my 3-digit code, and I got the food. And then I headed over to the car. That was about all that happened. So it's still quiet this morning. Everybody's still sleeping in. They're probably all trying to figure out what they're gonna do to surprise their mothers on Mother's Day. And also they're gonna probably try to just figure out, what they want to do for the day. I'm sure most people are just gonna surprise their mothers with something good. They're gonna probably end up getting them some food or flowers, or maybe they're making them breakfast this morning. A lot of people do that. They'll surprise them with breakfast in bed or whatever. They try to do things that are very traditional. That tends to be the plan. It's like, let's do something traditional. Let's surprise mom with breakfast in bed. Let's make her toast and eggs. All right, we're here in the complex, and it says it should be here on the left. And there it is. So I'm going to park right here. Well, that delivery went just fine. There weren't any problems. And I got a flood of offers that came in, but all of them were terrible. Here's one, $16.23 for 7.7 miles. We only have to shop for one item. It's going to be flowers, right? I'm going to accept it, and let's see what we're shopping for. I guarantee you it's flowers. It's going to be some bouquet. Get ready. Yep. Designer's choice rose arrangement. Colors may vary. I knew it. All right, let's go pick up these flowers. I think the hardest part about buying flowers on Mother's Day is there's so many people in the flower section, and usually the people want a very specific arrangement, and they don't have it. So it becomes very tricky and very difficult to get what they want. And so that eats up a lot of the time. It's just trying to find the arrangement and then communicating with the customer that they don't have that arrangement. And then you take a picture of another arrangement, and then they got to look at it and figure out, is this going to be something that my mom would like? Oh boy. So when I get to the grocery store and I got to go through the flowers, I try to visually look for something that is similar to the photo, because I know that they've seen that same photo. So I look for something similar, and even if it's not the same price, like if it's cheaper, I still get it because that's their only choice. And I just do my best to just complete the order, because I'm not going to eat these miles, because that's all that happens. You end up going down there and they're like, oh, never mind. It's like, oh no, I drove all the way over here. You're going to get something. I'm trying to remember if I did anything special on Mother's Day for my mother. And I can remember as a little kid, I can remember giving her cards that I would, from school. We'd make cards from school. And I remember like making like toast and maybe some eggs or something, or making her coffee, something like that. I recall doing, but we were always in crisis mode in our house. So holidays were sort of secondary. We were always just trying to keep sanity in the house. So I don't think there was much time for celebration. I do remember that we would go to my grandmother's house, and my aunt would be there and my mom, and they would all be together celebrating Mother's Day together. I remember that, and they would exchange gifts. I do have that memory of that occurring. And I remember being kind of upset because my birthday falls in the same time period as Mother's Day. So I remember being really upset that they didn't do anything in particular for my birthday that was memorable, other than hand me some cash, and they would make this big event for Mother's Day. I remember not being particularly happy around Mother's Day. Oh my God, you won't believe what happened. There's the flowers are right next to me. You won't believe what happened. So I was leaving the grocery store, and I had the vase in the shopping cart, and as I went down the slope of the ramp that when you exit the grocery store, the vase tipped over, and all the water that was in the vase came gushing out onto the floor in the parking lot. And I went, oh no, and I grabbed the vase and tipped it right back up. And then I was like, well, at least there's a little bit of water left. It doesn't look too bad. And then as I was making my way to the car, I hit a bump, and it fell over again, and the rest of the water fell out. So we lost all the water. And then I went into my trunk, and I had some bottled waters in the back, and I just started filling it up with some of my bottled waters. And they're old. They're like bottled waters I've had in the trunk for years. So it was completely unusable water anyway. It was like emergency water. So it's all good. It's all filled up. I got it all secured next to me. Let's go drop it off. It's funny to go into the flower section and just see mostly men in the flower section trying to buy reasonably priced flowers. It's just very funny to see them, because they have no idea what to get, but they know they don't want to spend a ton of money. They want to spend, not too cheap and not too expensive. Somewhere in the mid-range. Everyone's the same. was debating about whether or not to message the customer about the flowers, but anything I would say would become a very long conversation. Because even if I said I found something that's very similar or closest to what I think they would like, they would say, send me a picture. And then they would have to analyze it and assess it, because it's so personal that people marry themselves to that photograph that they see in the picture. So even in this situation, I have no idea if I'm even going to get the full tip or not, because I got what I could get, but they may see it and just be completely upset because it wasn't it isn't exactly what they saw in the picture. Like, this has roses, but it doesn't have any orchids, and there's nothing I can do about that. They had absolutely no arrangements with orchids in the arrangements. I mean, they had some, but they had no roses. Then it was just all orchids. And I'm like, what's Mother's Day? People are going to want roses much more than orchids. And the one they saw in the picture was a mix. I don't know. This is why a lot of drivers don't accept the Mother's Day orders, because they know it's such a headache. And then they're gambling whether or not they're going to get the tip.
Drop off.
All right, so that's dropped off, and they automatically gave us $3.60. So man, if they don't tip us, that's all we got for our troubles for driving. What was it? I think it was like 6 or 7 miles. So man, they better tip. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna be so mad. Well, now we're dead miling. We're just going all the way back. $14.02 from UberEats. $17.7 miles. No, that is too far. You are upside down, mister. Yeah, $10.05 from UberEats for 9 miles. Nope. Yeah, these people have a lot of nerve. Sending me these lousy offers. DoorDash has been really quiet. We haven't gotten really any DoorDash offers at all. Not really. $7.04 from UberEats for 7.4 miles. No. Haven't got really anything. I have it on. I guess maybe there's too many people on the app. $7.01 from UberEats for 7 miles. No. Yeah, there must be too many people on the DoorDash app. There aren't any Dashers. There are too many Dashers out there trying to get DoorDash money, because they're all in that tier program, and so they've all become attached to DoorDash and have abandoned Uber for the moment. And maybe that's why we're getting so many Uber Eats offers, is people are still, they invested all that time and sacrifice to become those silver, gold, and platinum Dashers, that they don't want to take a chance and miss out on opportunities on DoorDash. $5.10 for 8.5 miles. Uber Eats. No. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. Oh well, good luck to them. Just stick to my same strategy. I don't care what kind of games they try to play. I'm just sticking to my same strategy, because it guarantees me that I will not. Uber Eats, 2 deliveries, $16.17 for 15.6 miles. No. Yeah, my strategy always guarantees that I will not be upside down in my miles for the day. and just ensures the longevity of my car. Like, let's say this car gets 300,000 miles on it. Well, that's at minimum, I'm gonna get $300,000 for the lifetime span of this car. And that to me is awesome. I'm like, wow, this car just turned my initial investment of buying this car into $300,000. Now, maybe it's going to take me a long time to get to that point. It may take me, 10 years to get to that point, maybe a little longer, but who cares? It's like an annuity. You have to think of the long game about it, that your car is a money machine. And as long as you own it, you're keeping all that money. $13.45 for 9.3 miles, but it involves Vons and Krispy Kreme, and it's DoorDash. So let me take a look here. For 9 miles, you got to pay me $13.50. Oh dear, that's considered acceptable. Krispy Kreme is going to be so crowded. Well, it's too late now. I accepted it. So let's get on over to Vons and start shopping. Let me turn on the screen recorder here. Make sure I do media none. Start recording because I don't want it to interfere with my audio of the car. Arrived at store. Press that. Start shopping. We're only shopping for 2 things. Fritos. Fritos. Flavor twists. And, oh Lord, and here it is, flowers. Get ready for more fun. All right, let's go. We didn't have any problem finding the carnations because, carnations are very common. So it was easy to find. So that was not a big deal. And so now comes the hard part because we got to go to Krispy Kreme. And it is Sunday morning. I can only imagine the line of people that are at Krispy Kreme right now waiting to get their orders. And Krispy Kreme is not known for their speedy service. Not at all, because the donuts take a long time to box. It's not like they're pre-boxed and they just hand people a box. They've got to assemble everybody's order. I used to be able to go through the drive-through to get the Krispy Kreme donuts, and at least I could just sit in the car and wait in line. But usually now the app tells you to go inside. And the drive-through line is super long anyway. So it becomes very difficult to do the drive-through. I mean, unless there's nobody in the drive-through, then it works out just fine. But the app still tells you not to use the drive-through. They say, go inside. So I guess I'll just see how I feel when I get there. I've got to assess the situation and decide for myself, is it going to be better to go inside and deal with all those obnoxious people? Or is it going to be better just to sit in my car and wait and patiently wait my turn to get the stuff in the drive-thru? The drive-thru actually sounds a lot better. Current cheat sheet is based on, can you see it? Can you see that? Can you see it? It's based on $1.50 for every mile. So it's my cheapest rate that I'll go to. So this order is bottom basement price. What I do is I take the number of miles and I multiply it times 1.5. So this order, I think I said it was 9 miles. So I did 9 times 1.5, and that was $13.50. So that's how I do it. And that's what I stick with. I don't care what games they play on DoorDash or on UberEats. I stick with that, and that keeps my dollar to miles ratio fair for me. Looks like the drive-thru is too long. Too long. We're gonna just have to park. We'll park in our handy dandy spot over here and head on inside and deal with all the monsters. We lucked out. there was only one other person inside of the store, and it was another driver, delivery person. So we lucked out. All right, let's get on over there. It just shows that you never know what's gonna be faster. Like, I thought for sure the drive-thru would have been faster, because I imagined all these people were gonna be inside the donut place, but it was the opposite. Everybody was in the drive-thru and nobody was in the donut place. So you just don't know. You just take your chances and just roll the dice and see what happens. Well, I'm just glad it was easy. This one I thought was gonna be a pain, because it's Mother's Day, and I think Mother's Day, it's always so difficult to get anything, especially the flowers and especially donuts. I mean, that's a common morning thing that everybody wants in the morning. So we just lucked out, is what I think. It says on the message that this is a gift. So I have sticky notes in the car, and I slap on a sticky note that says who the gift is from. Sometimes I'll put who the gift is to, but I figure they can figure that out for themselves. But most importantly, they want to know who sent this. So I put that on there. And then whoever's at the house, they can fight over those donuts when they get them. That delivery went fine, only it was one of those contactless delivery situations. So I couldn't activate my camera to record me walking up to the door. So I tried to take some video after I had delivered and was walking away. And my mind got all confused. I'm like, am I taking a picture? Should I hold the phone portrait? Or should I hold it landscape? I got all confused. I'm like, oh, just screw it. I just started heading back to the car. You probably saw in the previous clip, like the video going kind of wacky. It's like, wait a minute, what is he doing? This one should be pretty simple. I mean, I don't think that it's going to be complicated. It's light. It's just those carnation flowers and the bag of Fritos. And then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, who's gonna go? You or me? You or me? You or me? Okay, I'm gonna go. I hate this intersection. Always happens. Nobody knows. Nobody's uncertain who should go when we arrive at the same time. So we all just play that game of step on the pedal, brake, step on the pedal, brake. Well, it should be one of these houses on the right here. Let's see. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is this one with all the cars? Where there's like 50,000 cars? Yes, it's the one with 50,000 cars. Here we are. UberEats, $4.58 for 6.3 miles. No. Everything in that delivery went fine, except they had so many darn shoes at the front door, there was almost no place to put the order. UberEats, $6.06 for 6.2 miles. No. It's like, make some room for the delivery if you're going to put all these shoes. Gosh. UberEats, $3.06, 1.8 miles. No, I'm not taking anything less than 5. I'm over those $4 orders. I am so over them. It's like, what's the point? I mean, I can understand if it was really slow. Okay, if it was really slow, but this is Mother's Day. I know for a fact it's going to be busy. And if it's not, great, because I like to enjoy Mother's Day relaxing at home myself. UberEats, $12.06 for 9.6 miles. Walmart. Oh, hell no. This is a miles update, everyone. 24.3 miles. 65.7 miles to the gallon. It's 7:59 a.m. Do you know where your children are? All right, well, that's all done, and now we're off to delivery number
Turn
2.
right, then turn right on St. Rose Parkway.
We're gonna drop off these Einstein bagels. That's up next. Let's go. Open this gate, please. I'm ready to go. Good news, we got our money from those flowers this morning, and they paid the full amount even though they didn't get the exact flower arrangement that they wanted. So that's good news. It's a good way to start the day. Let's keep going. Somebody sent a comment and they said, in all caps, they said this in all caps. They said, your videos are interesting. Stop doubting yourself. I love when you say $3 or 3.00. I don't think so. Yeah, that's cool. The customer has messaged me and wants to cancel. I'm online with Uber support. Thank you for reaching out. I'm so-and-so and I'll be assisting you today. That's nice. Yep, the customer messaged me and wants to cancel, and then the Uber support has said, thank you for reaching out. I'm so-and-so from UberEats support and I'll be assisting you today. This means I'm gonna have to pull over because I don't want to head all the way home. And I might as well turn on my my DoorDash app, my Dasher app, and see if anything else comes in, since this order's about to go bye-bye. Just as soon as they get confirmation of the situation, this order's gonna vanish real quick. But he's got to investigate. He's got to make sure that this is an actual valid cancellation, I guess. So let's see what he says. Let me message him again. Will I be getting any compensation? Question mark. You always got to try for the money. I completely understand the customer wants to cancel the order before pickup. I apologize for the inconvenience. Don't worry. Let me check this for you. He's checking. You check. You check and see what that customer said in that message. I guess the customer felt like they didn't have the flowers in stock, so that's why they wanted to cancel. So I probably won't get any compensation because I didn't arrive, but I still had to drive out of my way. I stopped other orders, but they don't care. He's typing. Yeah. Oh, yes. You will get the compensation. Oh, exciting. See, it never hurts to ask. Just remember that word, compensation. You always have to say, can I get compensation? That's a nice way of saying, give me some money. And then I'll respond, okay, great. And then, oh, I got something from the DoorDash Dasher app. $10.50 for 2.8 miles. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I better accept it. I don't know how long I'm going to be stuck here with Uber support. So let's see what happens. But at least now we got something else in hand. And then I can just say, oh, and I can say that I arrived at the store for the order because we're close enough to the restaurant. Perfect. And then that'll give me the time I need to get rid of this UberEats situation. Oh, he's not going to be able to give me the money then. Unfortunately, I'm still far away from the pickup location. Oh, come on, hurry up. So we're not going to get any compensation. I would have had to have arrived at the location, and I have not. Well, I guess we'll start driving towards the other pickup spot. That would make sense. So let's do that. He said, thank you for the confirmation. He's still typing more baloney. He's typing more baloney and cheese as I head to the pickup location of the other one. So at least that'll get us closer. And I guess I could always just grab the other order while this guy's just chatting away. Nothing's going to stop that process. Move along here, everybody. Let's keep it moving. I'm sorry, I cannot. I'm sorry for not, sir. I cannot provide compensation. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we should be fine, but we're not going to get any compensation. So now we know we have to at least arrive at the location to get compensation. Gosh, you guys missed a good one. This person's case of bottled water broke open while they were walking in front of my car, and their bottled water started rolling all over the road. It was really funny. Yeah, it was so funny just watching these people come out of Trader Joe's with their groceries, and they're like, you know, people at Trader Joe's, they try to act like they're so cool when they're walking out of the store, and then all of a sudden the case of water just bursts open, and it was at least 10 plastic bottles of water just started rolling in all different random directions. And the guy was just like laughing, and the lady was so embarrassed, like his wife was so embarrassed, and she was trying to act like she wasn't even with him. I'm glad that guy with the Albertsons order and those 2 orders of flowers, I'm so glad they canceled right away, or at least they communicated they wanted to cancel right away, because I would have driven probably 6 to 7 miles and I've only would have gotten a compensation of $3. So that would have been totally not worth it to do that, to do all those miles and only get $3.
They added the following instructions. Leave at my door. Drop off on the left.
I don't think they gave me a straw.
Just ahead,
Oh well.
Chateau Street, Jean Drive.
Hopefully this person doesn't mind that they don't have a straw for their drink, which most people do. But it's such a small order. It's a $5 order. Who cares?
Turn left on Chateau Street, Jean Drive, then drop off on the right.
$5.05 from UberEats for 9 miles. No. Coming up here on the right, $6.09 for 4.2 miles. No, you're just shy of the minimum. Sorry. Here we are. This next one's pretty good. It's $18.46 for 6.1 miles, and we're shopping for 2 orders, and it's 14 items for 2 different customers. We're just about arriving, so let's take a look at the shopping list. Yes, we know. There's 2 people. Yes, we know. Make sure to keep the orders separate. We know. We're going to be shopping for cheese, Parmesan frozen meal, some breadcrumbs, Juicy Fulls, Jolly Ranchers, Charmin, some eucalyptus deodorant, some Colgate, some more toothpaste, some kind of oral rinse of some sort. Boy, the market's busy. There's a lot of cars. Hypoallergenic body wash, some mozzarella cheese, and some eggplant. No flowers, thank goodness. Let's go on in, everybody.
Mother's Day is Sunday.
All right, well, we were able to get everything and we kept all the orders separated. I think the only real issue that we had was there was some body wash that they didn't have the right size for. So somehow, I don't know how, I was able to substitute the larger size, and not even exactly sure what I did that made that possible. I just kept scanning it, and then it suddenly just said, add as a substitution. And so I said, add it. So I don't know what magical thing I did to make that happen, but somehow it happened, and I'm just glad it did. And then I was worried that at the checkout, because it cost so much more than the original one that they wanted, the smaller size. I was like, uh-oh, it's not going to go through. I'm going to get a denial at the checkout stand for the red card when I try to get it approved. But no, it went through, so thank goodness. Well, we must be doing good. It's 10:20 a.m. and we haven't gone home, not even one time. So, and I think we started at 6:30, so 7:30, 8:30. I think we've been going for 4 hours now. So take a look at the total and then divide it by 4, and that'll tell you our hourly rate.
sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right, we got the 2 orders, and this is gonna be the last one. Boy, the day went by so fast. It's 10:48 a.m. and then I have to go stop and get a Mother's Day dessert at the market, and then I have to pick up some salmon for dinner. I think that today's been pretty smooth. I can't think of anything really difficult that happened today other than having to cancel that order for those 2 bouquets of flowers where the customer messaged us, and then we tried to get compensation, but we couldn't get compensated because we weren't even at the store. So that was fair. And so yeah, other than that, everything has been very smooth today. So of course we have to drop off these last 2 deliveries, but overall it's been a good day, so I'm very happy about that. And yeah, and then I look forward to just getting home and relaxing. And I can't eat any of the, I'm going to be getting a Black Forest chocolate cake, and I can't eat any of it. I've been having too much junk lately. This morning even, I had like a cheese Danish, and yesterday I had nachos, and I had something else that was really bad. Oh, I had little mini cupcakes. That was really bad. I was just going crazy. I think because I feel like this weekend was like a holiday weekend. So I was going berserk. So I'm going to get back on track. Overall, DoorDash has been really easy for us. I mean, as far as giving us good offers, I haven't noticed any significant decline in the quality of offers I've gotten from DoorDash. Now, whatever those catering orders people talk about, I rarely ever get catering orders, and even if I do, it's not a big deal as far as I'm not like bowled over by the amount of money I make on a catering order. Sometimes I'll get just as much money or better on just a regular order. So it's like I don't understand why people sacrifice so much and have to take such horrible offers. I mean, I think it has a lot to do with people just really have to make so much money per day, and it's a higher dollar amount than what I'm looking for. I'm not even looking for a specific dollar amount. I just do the job. It's like whatever happens. My whole thought process is just work within your window. All these cars behind me, and they're all impatient. Every single one of them. Every single one of them is impatient. They're like, get out of my way. I'm like, you get out of my way. It's gonna be here on the left, but I gotta let this guy go by.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions.
He's dropping off right here too.
Leave at my
It's
door.
a big party.
Please
We're all dropping off.
300.
Hi, how you doing? Doing good. Let's see if this is the right place I need to go to.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it is.
Driver too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm delivering too.
Funny, the guy that was tailgating behind me in a hurry, he was going to the same house, and he thought I lived there, so he was trying to be polite. And I'm like, oh no, I'm a delivery driver too. He's like, oh, okay. All right, let's drop off the second one. That poor kid, he was delivering in a pickup truck, and he can't be getting good gas mileage in that thing. But I guess you have to drive whatever car you've got in order to make that money. Shoot, he probably is getting about maybe 25 miles at the most to the gallon. Jesus, the amount of money he must spend on gas to do his job must be unbelievable. We rarely ever go over a gallon. Sometimes we'll maybe do a gallon and a half. That's about it. But some people, they have to do 2 or 3 gallons of gas every time. And that comes out to, well, here gas is about $4, and that's at Sam's Club. That's at a discount. So they're spending about $12 every time. So you're probably doing a couple of deliveries first just to pay for your gas. That's crazy. Of course, it's the last one and we don't have a gate code. So now we're stuck here. I'll try to message them to follow somebody in. People, of course, they didn't respond to my messages. Of course they don't, because they don't have the gate code. That's how you know there's no response. Well, that last delivery sucked. You could not find the apartment. You know, the way the whole apartment complex was laid out, it was very difficult to find. And of course, they gave very limited information to finding their apartment. And of course, they didn't even provide a gate code. So that was lousy. It was a lousy ending to an otherwise it was a good day. So now that's all over with. Look up above and you can see how much money we made, the grand poobah, the grand total, and the number of hours that we worked. You can see the hourly rate above us. You could also see the number of miles that we drove and the miles per gallon. And I think that's it. Oh, and I should probably flash one more time below where you can see the acceptance rate and the ratings that we got for both UberEats and for DoorDash. That's a good way to end it. So you can see all of the stuff. You can see the stats below, and you can see money above and hours and mileage. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again on the next one. Bye for now.